morning, friends. We are discussing today BSc first year, first semester. That is the protozoa. The major aspect in the protozoa from the protozoan diseases. Protozoan diseases. Because the protozoa phylum is almost the protozoa phylum is consisting of only parasites. Maximum of the only parasites in the two sporozoa. In the two sporozoa subclass is there. That is the subclass is completely contain the only parasites. Already we know those are parasites having of the locomotory organs. Okay. So the protozoan diseases in from there are the numbers. There are the 5 in nearly. First one is the malaria. Second one is the amoebiasis, and third one is the giardiasis, and the fourth one is the leishmaniasis. These 4 are the protozoan diseases. Here, first one is the plasmodium, that is the malaria. Malaria, we know about the one of the in the COVID period here. In once upon a time, the malaria also one of the same about the COVID, because in 2000 period, nearly 4,65,000 people are dead about the malaria disease. It is a very serious disease on the 20th century. Now to come to first one is the malaria. Okay, here it is a mosquito-borne disease. It is a mosquito-borne disease, and it is a Diseasean parasite. It is a Diseasean parasite because of Diseasean means there are the having the 2 hosts. First one is the 2 hosts. First one is the man. Second one is the mosquito. Those parasite is complete their life cycle. Those parasites are necessary to complete their life cycle. To the type of parasite is called a Diseasean parasite. In Hindi, first parasite is the first host is the man, and the second host is the mosquito. అంటే 2 hosts are compulsory ఉండాలి. ఆ 2 hosts ఉంటేనే దాన్ని Diseasean parasite అని చెప్పగలుగుతాము. Okay. Now it is the mosquito is caused by the Plasmodium vivax. Plasmodium. The species is here. Plasmodium is there. It is the one of the important Plasmodium. There are the species are there. Plasmodium falciparum, and the Plasmodium vivax, and the Plasmodium malariae, and the Plasmodium ovale. There are the 4 species are available in the Plasmodium genera. Okay. Here, Plasmodium is directly entered to the man's circulatory system. Here, it is live in the liver, RBC and the liver, which is the Plasmodium feeds the RBC as well as liver. The person is lost the RBC, they can lose hemoglobin also, because the RBC contain the hemoglobin. That's why the Plasmodium parasite is feed the RBC cells. Now come to structure. Okay, which stage is the okay, sporocytes. In this stage, it is one of the form of the Plasmodium. In this stage, it is a infective stage. Stage to man. ఈ దశలో ఉన్నప్పుడు మానవుడికి సంక్రమించడం అనేది జరుగుతుంది. సో that's why it is infectious stage to the man. Now come to structure. Here I draw the diagram. Okay, this is the pellicle. Here this is the pellicle and the oral sucker and the this is the longitudinal microtubule. Okay, here apical cup. Apical sucker also called. Okay, this the longitudinal contractile longitudinal microtubules. Here this is the paid secretory organelles, and this is the pellicle. It is the pellicle is a protective layer and having the nucleus, and the nucleus having the nucleolus and the cannulated to microtubules. And the Golgi and the mitochondria and the ribosome. So these are the completely cytoplasm. Here, this is the structure of sporocyte. Here, it is nearly 14 microns. It is 14 microns in the length and only 1 micron of the diameter. That is the thickness of the sporocyte. Here, look like a sickle cell structure, and the sporocyte contains a protecting layer. That is the body is covered with the one layer that is called as the pellicle. It is a protecting layer. And the anterior of the sporocyte, having the opening part, that is the apical cup or apical suckers. That is called also cup. It is also called as a cup. Which is helps to the open. Which is helps to the enter to the host. And the contractor, the pellicle has. This is the pellicle. The pellicle has a longitudinal contractile longitudinal microtubules, which is helps to the wriggling movement. This is nothing but contractile longitudinal microtubules are used for the what is the function of the contractile longitudinal microtubules? Is the moving, which is for using for the moving. What is the wriggling movement? Wriggling movement is nothing but this type of movement is called as a wriggling movement. And one paid secretory organs are open to the apical cup, which is releases. The paid secretory organs are released as the cytolytic enzymes, which is helps to the break down the host parasite, host plasma membrane. Okay, so here the cytolytic enzyme is which is released from the paid secretory organelles. Okay, so the one paid secretory organelles are directly open to the apical cup, which is released secret the cytolytic enzyme. The cytolytic enzyme is for the break down if the sporocyte is entered to the man's RBC cells. Whenever it is entered to the RBC cell, the RBC cell is nothing RBC is nothing but one of the cell. So the cells almostly contains the plasma membrane. If it is entered to the RBC, the plasma membrane must and should be breakdown. That's why the cytolytic enzyme is used for the break down the plasma membrane of the host. Okay, now and again the body having the cytoplasm, with the cytoplasm contain the different type of organelles also there. That is the nucleus and nucleolus, and this is the center point, and the convoluted microtubules, mitochondria, Golgi complex, and the ribosomes. This is the sporozoite structure here. Now going to life cycle of the protozoa. So life cycle of the malaria. Life cycle. Here there are the Plasmodium vivax is complete the life cycle in two hosts. First one is the man. Second one is the mosquito. Here the man, here it is the sexual life. In this one, asexual life. The man's complete sexual life of the plasmodium is complete in the man's. That's why it is the primary host, and the asexual life of the plasmodium is complete the mosquito. That's why it is called as a secondary host. That's why they needed two hosts. That's why it is called as a digenous parasite, digenous protozoan parasite. Here life cycle, first one is the man. Okay, when the sporozoite already the sporozoites are in the mosquito gut. First of all, ఈ sporozoites అని చెప్తాం కదా, ఈ sporozoites అన్ని కూడా mosquito gut లో ఉంటాయి. When the mosquito is bite to the man, the sporozoite forms are directly entered to the man's circulatory system. So okay now, so first this is the important. So the sporozoite forms are is in the mosquito. When that type of mosquito is bite to the man's, the sporozoite forms are directly entered to the man's circulatory system. In circulatory system nothing but here that will be go to sporozoite directly go to man's RBC cells. This is the RBC cells, I think. Okay, this the RBC cells having the nucleus also. So the sporozoite enter to the RBC cells. When the enter to the already told you, they having the cytolytic enzyme which is released from the paired. This sporozoite having the a paired secretory organelles which is releases or which is secreted the cytolytic enzyme which is helps to the break down the plasma membrane of the host. Okay, ఇక్కడ host nothing but man. So ఇక్కడ man యొక్క plasma membrane లో man యొక్క RBC లో ఉన్నటువంటి plasma membrane కట్ డౌన్ చేయడానికి అక్కడ cytolytic enzyme అనేది యూస్ఫుల్ అవుతుంది. So when the breakdown the sporozoites is entered to the RBC cells and the feed the nucleus and cytoplasm of the RBC cells. So that's why the sporozoite is changes as a round shape structure. That is called as a cygon. That is called as a cygon. And again it will be after they reaches the maximum size of the cygon, they can break. That's why some of the forms are releases. In this form some of the smaller in size, some of the larger in size. That is called as a cryptomerozoites. Mega cryptomerozoites. This is nothing but this cycle is nothing but the pre-erythrocytic cycle. First one and second one also erythrocytic cycles. Again some of the mega cryptomyrozoites also again enter to the liver cells. And the same thing here also says the mega cryptomyrozoites forms are also feed the nucleus of the RBC, and it is also come to the round strip structure, that is also breakdown and having the some of the smaller instances and some of the larger instances. That is also micro cryptomyrozoites and the mega cryptomyrozoites. Here also same thing. Here there is a second. Third one is the Ross cycle. Here also same thing, directly RBC cells పైన దాడి చేస్తుంది. సో ఇది నథింగ్ బట్ ఇక్కడ ప్రీ ఎరిథ్రోసైటిక్ క్రాస్ సైకిల్స్ ఈ మూడంతా కూడా ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ ఆర్బీసీ సెల్స్లో ఉన్నటువంటి అంటే హోస్ట్ మ్యాన్స్లో ఉన్నటువంటి హోస్ట్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ మ్యాన్. మ్యాన్లో ఉన్నటువంటి ఆర్బీసీ సెల్స్ అంతా కూడా ఫీడ్ చేయడం వల్ల ఏమైందంటే హిమోగ్లోబిన్ అంతా కూడా ఫీడ్ చేస్తుంది. హిమోగ్లోబిన్ దాని వల్ల ఏమవుతుంది, బ్లడ్ అనేటువంటిది తక్కువ అయిపోతుంది. బ్లడ్ అనేది తక్కువ కావడం వల్ల ఏమవుతుంది, ఆక్సిజన్ కన్జప్షన్ అనేటువంటిది ఏర్పడడం అనేది జరుగుతుంది. బికాస్ ది ఆర్బీసీ సెల్స్ ద మెయిన్ ఫంక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఆర్బీసీ సెల్ ఇస్ ద విచ్ ఈస్ క్యారీ ద ఆక్సిజన్ ఫ్రమ్ ది one cell to another cells. That's why so anemic అనేటువంటిది రావడం అనేది జరుగుతుంది. ఇదంతా కూడా మ్యాన్లో జరుగుతుంది. Now come to here mosquito. into gametogenesis. The gametes ఏర్పడతాయి. ఫస్ట్ ఇన్ ది మస్కిటో సాలివరీ గ్లాండ్స్కి వచ్చి తర్వాత గట్, దాని తర్వాత వేరే ప్లేస్లకి వెళ్తే చివరికి లాస్ట్కి అయితే సాలివరీ గ్లాండ్స్లలో స్పోరోజైట్స్ రూపంలో ఉండడం అనేది జరుగుతుంది. సో ఇక్కడ గామెట్స్ అనేవి ఏర్పడతాయి. అంత మనకి అంత రిక్వైర్డ్ అవసరం లేదు ఇప్పుడు ఇంత లైఫ్ సైకిల్లో. జస్ట్ వీఆర్ డిస్కసింగ్ అబౌట్ ద ప్రోటోజోన్ పారాసైట్స్. ఓకే, ఇఫ్ యూ ఆస్క్ ఎనీ 2 questions ఈ ఎగ్జామినేషన్లో 2 questions అడుగుతారు కాబట్టి ఇందులో లైఫ్ సైకిల్లో ఇదంతా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ అవసరం లేదు. జస్ట్ ఓవరాల్గా మస్కిటోస్ ఇన్ లైఫ్ cycle in the mosquito gametogenesis process is occurred and the gametes are formed and whenever first the mosquito salivary glands, after the gut and the various places of the mosquitoes, and last one is the salivary glands. These sporozoites are formed in the salivary glands of the mosquito, which is ready to the bite to the another one of the man. Okay, this is the mosquito life cycles. And now come to epidermology. ఎపిడర్మియాలజీ. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఏదైనా సరే ఒక డిసీజ్ వచ్చినప్పుడు మనం దాని గురించి బాగా ప్రివెన్షన్ కంట్రోల్ మెథడ్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. ప్రజెంట్ ఇప్పుడు కరెంట్ టైం చూస్తున్నాం కదా, దీన్ని ప్రివెన్షన్ మెథడ్ మాస్క్ పెట్టుకొని మనం చూస్తున్నాం. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ ఇది తగ్గిపోయింది అనగానే మనం నుంచి నెగ్లిజెన్స్ చేస్తాము, మళ్ళీ సెకండ్ వేవ్ అంటే మళ్ళీ వచ్చింది. ద సేమ్ వే హియర్ ఆల్సో సేమ్ కనిపిస్తుంది ఇక్కడ. 19th century the protozoan parasite, that is the malaria, is a very highly frequent is there. In that period 4,65,000 people are dead about the malaria diseases, and here World Health Organization is declared is a contagious diseases. వరల్డ్ హెల్త్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ దీన్ని కంటాజినస్ అంటురోగ వ్యాధి కింద డిక్లేర్ చేయడం జరిగింది. అయితే ఇన్ 2015 to 2018 ఈ పీరియడ్లో కూడా ఏంటంటే లాస్ ఆఫ్ ప్రివెన్షన్ మెథడ్, లాస్ ఆఫ్ కంట్రోల్ మెథడ్స్, దట్స్ వై ది ప్లాస్మోడియం ది malaria diseases is increasing rapidly, బాగా పెరుగుతుంది. ఓకే, ది సిగ్నిఫికెంట్ ఆఫ్ ది మలేరియా డిసీజ్ అంటే 2015 to 2018 వరకు అంతకుముందు అనేటువంటి సిగ్నిఫికెంట్గా డిక్రీజ్ అయిపోయింది. కానీ మళ్ళీ 2015 నుంచి 2018 అనేటువంటిది పెరగడం అనేది జరుగుతుంది మలేరియా డిసీజ్ దీని ద్వారా. అండ్ Symptoms. Here, malaria disease, it is a incubation period is the 7 to 30 days. When the mosquito bites into the man, after complete the incubation period, they will show the symptoms after the completion of this mosquito bites nearly 7 to 30 days period. Okay, in this year, first one is the what are the symptoms are occurred here: fever and the headache and the nausea and the shivering and the sweating and the increasing pulse rate. These are the symptoms here. There are the three stages. Three stages are found in the symptoms. First one is the cold stage. In this period, fever is there and the headache and the shivering and the heavy cold. Shivering. This is the cold stage. After the hot stage, in this period, fever, the body temperature is increasing to 106 degrees centigrade and the increased pulse rate also. There. These are the hot stage, and last one is the sweating stage. Here the maximum sweating is there and the body temperature is abnormally decreasing and the most of the fever is not there and the body temperature is the diagnosis. First one is the smear test and the second one is the rapid antigen test. Two tests ద్వారా మనం డయాగ్నోసిస్ అనేది చేయొచ్చు. And the third one, last one is that is the treatment. Chloroquine drug is the very important to the plasmodium, very important to the malarial diseases, and doxycycline and the paludrin drug is the it kills all the stages, all the forms of the malarial. These are the treatments. And what are the control methods, prevention methods? Okay, mosquitoes regularly and clean and wash the hands and legs, and the mosquito is not growing in nearby places, near in the houses. ఈ ప్రివెన్షన్ మెథడ్స్ మెయింటైన్ చేస్తే మనకు ఇది రాకుండా అనేది జరుగుతుంది. దీస్ ఆర్ ది malaria, that is the protozoa. Just briefly I am telling you here. Malaria, it is one of the protozoan parasite which is causes malaria, which is caused by the plasmodium vivax. There are the four species are there: falciparum, plasmodium falciparum, plasmodium vivax, and plasmodium ovale, and plasmodium malaria. Okay, sporozoite is the infectious stage of the man. When it is entered to the man, they will directly attack to the RBC cells as well as liver cells also. That's why in the man's life cycle there are the three stages. First one is the pre-erythrocytic, erythrocytic, and Ross cycles. Here pre-erythrocytic cycles and erythrocytic and Ross cycles. These cells, three cycles also last the RBC cells because they can feed the hemoglobin and nucleus of the RBC cells. That's why the RBC cells are abnormally decreasing. The person is going to the anemic. And come to here sporozoite structure. So structure having the structure nearly 14 microns length is there, and 1 diameters of the 1 microns diameter is there. And there are the three characters is important. That is the first one is the apical cup, which is opens to the outside, and second one is the contractor microtubule contractor longitudinal microtubules, which is related to the wriggling movement. And the third one is the a paid secretory organelles, which is opposed to the apical cup, which is releases the cytolytic enzyme, which is helps to the break down the plasma membrane of the host of the plasma membrane. Okay, this is the plasma membrane structures. And the symptoms, they nearly headache, fever, heavy fever, shivering, and nausea and vomitings, sometimes sweating, sometimes nothing, sweating and shivering. These are the symptoms. And there are the three stages occurs in the symptoms. First one is the cold stage, hot stage, and the sweating stage. In these respective stages, they can some of these symptoms are seen. At the complete of the symptoms of the treatment, the main is the chloroquine and the doxycycline and the paludrin. These are the treatments. Okay, this is the protozoan parasite. That is the first one, the plasmodium. Tomorrow we will discuss about the entamoeba histolytica. Thank you.